we're going to have pizza tonight, so I thought I'll just go ahead and show y'all how I do it. This came with our convection oven, so this is what I'm going to use for my pizza pan. And I start off with 2 cups of flour, just all-purpose regular flour, and 1 teaspoon of salt. I already have it in here mixed up really well. And then 3/4 cup of warm water, not hot, it has to just be warm, little kind of like lukewarm, of warm water, and a tablespoon of sugar. Kind of mix it all up real good. And then you can use one packet, or I use like 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast, and you just sprinkle it across the top and leave it alone. Let it set for about 5-10 minutes, something like that. Just, give it time so it can start doing its little bubble. And then I'll move this, because we're going to have a floured surface. Whoops, I got that right in the way, didn't I? To knead the bread on. So I'm just going to lightly flour this. And we will add a tablespoon of olive oil as well. And you need to use a wooden spoon when you stir this. It's just best. I don't know why, but use a wooden spoon. And I normally just go ahead and pour it in my wet ingredient, so it can be mixing up. And here's my dry ingredients that I've already mixed very well. I add that. And then mix. Once I get this mixed up, I will place it on this floured surface, knead it for a little while, and then I will put it on a greased bowl, which really it's more like it's this bowl here. I just like to use a heavy glass bowl when I'm doing bread, wanting it to have its time to rise. So I'll just pour a little oil in it. Use my hands to make sure it covers the surface well. Nothing to that. And then I'll put the bread out. Time to use my hands. This just helps get it stuck together so I can get it over here and get to working with it. All right. Here we go. Here's our dough. Here we go. Here's our dough. Anyway. And I'll just work it for a little while, kneading. And remember, when you knead, you use your wrist. And if it has a tendency to get sticky, you might want to add a little more flour to it. Just kind of pat a little flour on it. And then I'll wad it up in a little ball. I just keep working it, like wadding it up. This builds muscles. And then I'll just kind of turn it in there a little bit. I have a plastic cover I'll cover it with, and then a clean dish towel. And then again, since I'm in the RV, this will be going in the cab of the RV because that's the warmest spot we have. And when it's set for an hour, it should be double in its size. And then I will come back and show you the rest of the story. My flour surface, I just used rolling pin and I rolled it out so it would fit this pan. I've got another piece that I'm going to make for myself, and I'm going to roll it out into a smaller pan here. But what I'm doing, I'll put, as I make a mess here, I will put the sauce that I made earlier. You know, I told you about the spaghetti sauce, and I'll use it for a lot of other different things. Well, I use it for pizza. I use it for the quesadillas that I made. And of course, spaghetti and all that good stuff. But anyway, I've got some left over and I'm using it for this. And I will put the sauce on first. And then I'm thinking you can't see me or see what I'm doing here. But I've got the sauce in the pan, and then I will be sprinkling the mozzarella cheese around. You can dress this up any way you want. This pizza dough will make about one large pizza or 2 mediums. So after I put the mozzarella all over it, again, I get the big pizza. I keep on calling them pizzas. Get the big pepperoni. And then I'll just place it around. And he likes a lot of pepperoni, so I've got this whole thing covered up with pepperoni. Now you can see. I will place it in the oven. A convection oven, as you know, will only go up to 425. So I'm going to have this in a 425 oven for, I'm going to say maybe 20 minutes. We'll see. I don't know. I'll test it because I haven't made one in here yet. So I will test it, and when I come back, I'll let you know how long it took, okay? And then you'll get to see the finished result. Even when I make pizza, you should always make a nice, well, I'm going to show you now. You should always set a nice table, no matter what you're serving. So this is his place. We've got mozzarella, we've got the Parmesan cheese and red pepper. And then here are the two placemats. I'll put his pizza here and mine here. And there you go. And there that sweet man is sitting out there just waiting. He's on the phone. Okay, we're ready for dinner. I've got my vegetable pizza and his pepperoni and lots of pepperoni and mozzarella. There you go. See, even when you are traveling, you can always eat a nice meal. There's no reason to just throw paper plates all the time, and just set a nice meal. Doesn't hurt. Kind of feels good. So if this has been helpful, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, and make some comments. I wish you would try this. I am getting some feedback on people trying stuff, and it makes me feel good. So thank you for trying it. Thank you for subscribing and making comments. Until next time, you got this.